Okay, we're gonna start with the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. I'm doing a very different look today than I normally do. So I don't want concealer on the lids because this is a lot more natural. Okay, now that I have that on, I'm taking the MAC Mineralize Light Plus shadow and just tapping that over top of this because again, it is very lightweight, natural, and you can't tell that you have powder on. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the MAC Cosmetics shade in Omega. I used to use the shade all the time when I first started doing makeup. I also know a lot of people on my channel, they don't wear a ton of makeup. A lot of you guys are moms. You don't have time to do the crazy rainbowy stuff, even though I love all the grungy reds and pinks. A lot of you don't have time. So I'm just wanting to do something a little more simple for you guys. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this little MAC Duo here and I'm just gonna go in with this gray shade. And I'm just gonna go with the gray shade. Again, I want it pretty light, so I'm just gonna dust off the powder. This just has a bit more pigment. That Omega shade is very, very light. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with that darker shade. And again, this is all about going in really, really lightly. So I'm like tapping off the excess. And I'm just gonna put this on the outer edge and kind of go up to about half the lid right here and just kind of go back and forth. Okay, so now that we have that down, I'm gonna go in with this Urban Decay, this like their pressed to glitters. And I think this one's Glam Rock, I don't remember. And I'm just gonna press this all over my lid. So this is a great way to add glam to your look, but very quickly. And there's not a ton of pigment in these. There's just a little bit. So it just gives this really pretty like glittery sheen with a hint of color. Okay, that's literally all I'm doing with the eyes right now. So I'm just doing my Becca Perfecting Primer as usual. I'm almost out of it. I'm just putting this on with the MAC 159 brush. This is a great brush for primers, cream contouring, all of that jazz. The only thing I don't like about this brush is it sheds. Now I'm taking the MAC Strobe Cream because I'm going to try to do a light layer foundation. I've not used this foundation that I'm going to be using, so hopefully it's light. And I'm just going to apply this on the high points of my face, on my chin, the Cupid's bow, right on the outer parts of my forehead. You want to miss the inner part, so you're just doing like right above the arch of the brow. Okay, I got a sample of the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation, and I'm very curious to use it. So I am just gonna dot it on my face. Now I think this is a little bit dark for me, but it is the lightest shade that they had at the store because they were out of stock of everything. Now I'm used to going pretty heavy with foundation, but I'm just gonna try to go not heavy. Like this isn't even a full pump. I just really spread it out. Okay, this is the Real Techniques setting brush, which I see Pixie Woo uses for her foundation all the time. So I'm going to attempt it because she has the most beautiful, natural, like foundation routine ever. I'm just going in little circular motions. My arm is cramping, oh my gosh. You know, this color is actually not too shabby. Okay, so this foundation you can wear very naturally. I'm just gonna go over with a beauty blender and just kind of press this into the skin a little bit more. It looks really pretty. The only place I don't really like it right now is on my nose, but I tend to have problems with foundation on my nose anyway. Okay, so I'm just using the Wet n Wild concealer. This concealer is not full coverage, by the way, and I think it's like $4 and it's pretty good. I'm just using the Sedona Laced 618 brush. So if you're in the market for concealer and you don't want like full coverage like Tarte Shape Tape and you need something that's cheap, I definitely would recommend trying this out because I was pretty obsessed with it for a while, but I think I just used it so much that I got bored. Okay, this is the Milk Makeup Bronzer Stick in the shade Baked, and I'm obsessed with this stuff, like obsessed. This looks absolutely incredible with no makeup on as well. I'm gonna use my JS3 brush from Morphe. I've not tried this yet with creams, but I saw, what is it? Lipstick Nick using it for creams, and I was like, so we're gonna try it. This gives like so much color, like as you can see, but it's so natural, like it's not sitting on the skin like at all. Rub that into my nose. So if you're someone that really likes creams, this product is bomb. This is not like any other cream product that I've used. It's like, it's so good. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna use is Work from Milk Cosmetics, and this is a blush. And I'm just gonna blend this out with my Wet n Wild brush. This again is absolutely beautiful. It blends perfectly into that bronzer, and it's very natural. Like you can obviously tell you have it on due to the pigment, but if you go look at my skin, there's like nothing on there. Like it just soaks into the skin. It looks like my skin is naturally flushed. Okay, so for under the eyes, I'm not gonna bake or anything. I'm just gonna use the MAC Mineralize powder, and I'm just going to set this area and underneath the eye as well. Now again, I want this looking very natural, like you cannot tell that I powdered my face like at all, which is what I want. Now I'm gonna be taking this brush. This has leftover blush on it. This is old, and I'm just gonna kind of pack right over top of that. I'm not gonna get more blush. I don't need it. But packing any leftover brush you have just to set it. Now I'm gonna take Flexitarian in the Super Shock Cheek, and I'm gonna apply it to my finger and then stamp it on. This gives a way more natural appearance if you use it with your finger. You can really buff it into the skin. And I'm just gonna take this Wet n Wild brush. I'm just gonna go over the forehead, over the cheeks and everything, just to make sure it's nice and blended in. Like if you look in the mirror, you cannot tell that I have foundation on. Yes. I don't know if you guys can see the texture of my skin. You can still see everything underneath. Okay, I'm gonna take that first shade that we took, Omega. We're just gonna bring all of this down lower. So now we're just taking that gray shade again, and we're just keeping this on the more outer area. Okay, now taking the darkest shade again, I'm gonna tap it off pretty big. This is a Morphe M139 brush. We're just going to keep this very, oops, got that in my eye, very concentrated on the outer corner. That's it, and I am gonna take that shimmer shade and put it underneath here as well, which normally I would not do. But I feel like, so I'm just using the Flexitarian highlighter in my inner corner as well. Okay, so we are gonna do some freckles. We want these pretty natural. I'm just gonna dot them like that and then tap over them. That's just gonna give you even more of a skin-like texture. I'm just gonna take a couple on the forehead as well. And the more you dab, the more it's gonna disappear. Okay, freckles done. Now for the brows, I'm just using the Benefit Gimme Brow. This is in the shade 1. It's a little bit too light for me, but this is gonna give me a very natural, messy brow vibe. So I'm just brushing these straight up. That is honestly like the most natural, quick brow ever. I'm just gonna apply mascara. We're not doing any false lashes or any eyeliner for this look. I am so annoyed. I have the perfect lip gloss for this look, and I cannot find it anywhere because it's my favorite, so I lose it all the time. I will link it below. So we're gonna use the CoverGirl Metallic Razzle Dazzle lipstick. This is a little bit too shimmery, but that lip gloss has some shimmer in it. So I'm just gonna put that at the bottom because it's like this metallic finish, but it's not over the top and it's so pretty. This makes me break out, but this is the Too Faced Injection. So I'm hoping I can make that lip gloss by mixing the two. Not even close. If you place it over top of your lip line, it makes your lips look way bigger. So when you do a very natural makeup look like this, a simple lip gloss lip is perfect. All right, guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this very natural way of doing your makeup, very different from my channel, and I hope to see you guys next week.